Okay. Alright. Meikofanen everyone, and welcome to another showcase video. It is November 28th, 2023. So I hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving, and I want to say happy holidays and season's greetings and Merry Christmas to everyone. So let us begin. My chair came in, as you can see. So it's one of those drafting table office chairs. So it has a ring, like a stool. It basically is a stool, and it can go up high like a stool. So this is pretty high, but it can go even higher still. But I don't need it to be, at the highest height. But I needed it to be much higher than this chair. You can already just see how low that chair is. That's just a regular office chair. So this one is, much better, much higher quality. And I also like how, the armrests can, come down and then come up. So I like that. Okay, so the thing that I wanted to, do a showcase on was I want to do my Criterion. That's the next thing I want to do. But to be quite honest, I didn't feel like. Can you see? Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, back there. See the white curtain? Shit. Okay, yeah, the white curtain, right there. That's a white curtain there on the shelf, and here's all that stuff up there, and god damn it, right? And then the white curtain. Behind that is a bunch more of my movies. I have much more, and then over there is another shelf full of them. I still have a shelf full of that over there. See where my clock is? Right there, and underneath the clock, that's another shelf on the other side. You have to be facing that way, and then you'll see there's even more movies there. But behind the curtains over there are my Disney and Criterion and other stuff. So I didn't feel like getting it. But I want to showcase my Thundercats because I have it very easily accessible right over here, and it's a show from my childhood. So I just want to, kind of showcase it, maybe talk about it a little bit. Okay, so here's the first season, volume 1, and I love how, see how it's lenticular. Not lenticular, it's, what is that? I think that is the word. It is lenticular, right? This is called lenticular. You see that? Lionel's Sword of Omen. God, I love that. Sword of Omen. Give me sight beyond sight. Right? I love it. So this one I think features Exodus, where they flee Thundera. It's been years since I've seen these, but I still remember, much of it. You have Panthro, Tigra, Chitara, Wildy Kid, Wildy Cat, Snarf, 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 right? Don't snow on lie, right? Who else do we have? And then Jaga, right? Jaga, which was the one who died, and he appears to Lino in ghost form. And then, of course, they had to flee Thundera because their planet, it was like dying or it blew up or something. And they fled to Third Earth, and then they were pursued by their enemies, the mutants, led by Slithe. He's like a lizard, right? A mutant lizard, a monkey, and Slithe, right? We have Jackalman. Vulture sometimes makes an appearance, and then they land on Third Earth, and then the enemy there, the main threat, is Mum-Ra, right? It took me quite a long time to realize Third Earth is us. It's planet Earth, third rock from the sun, right? That's why there was an episode I remember with Excalibur. I was wondering, like they landed on this planet, but they also have Excalibur. And a bunch of these other things that were, referenced to Earth, and I just back then never put two and two together. and I think it was the first season, or maybe even first episode, I should say, of Thundercats, where I think Monkey was scared when they were going to the tomb for the first time of Mumra. It had to have been the first episode. And Monkey is scared, and then Slide is like, "You're scared, Monkey? We are the fear makers of the ones who fear." So I love that. So here's, volume 2 of it. And yeah, see, so you have Lionel, oh, this is a really nice lenticular. Look at this. It's like really animated. Look at that. He brings it up to block, Oh, I love that. When Lionel, before they crashed, right? I think they were in like cryo chambers or something, and Lionel was just a boy, the same age as Wild the Cat, and there was like a malfunction, I think, with his cryo tube, and he aged. Let me see this one here. Is it like the same kind of? It starts off like. Okay, so. Like the other one has a clear order to it, but I don't know. Okay, so there's this one. Okay, it's very cool. Oops. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Okay. Put this one away. OCD. I'm embarrassed to admit that, but you guys probably already know it. But I am straightening it out, and I have to just make sure it's absolutely even. My OCD is kind of weird. I don't have to. I don't feel that compulsion to straighten things out when I'm like outside. If it's not really my stuff. But when it comes to my stuff in my room, certain sections, as I clean it up and perfect it, I have to have everything aligned and even. It's quite weird. Okay, and then the next one we have here. What's cool about Thundercats is that, now here's the thing. I think there came a certain point where I stopped watching. I'm going to be quite honest with you. Season 2. I don't even know if I got up to season 2, or at least volume 2 of season 2. But there were such episodes like the Berserkers. Berserker, Berserker, Berserker. They're like Vikings. I had all these action figures of Thundercats. I had Lionel, Mumra. I think his name was Hammerhand. He was the leader of the Berserkers, and his right hand was this giant metallic fist that, in the toy, you could, I think clench a fist and punch. It was quite cool. Mumra and Lionel, you have a ring, and you put a AA battery in that ring, and there's a metal conductor in one end, and you stick it inside the back of Lionel and Mumra, and their eyes light up, and you can push on this lever, and their hands kind of, Lionel with his Sword of Omen, his hand goes up and down, and I think with Mumra it was like this kind of motion, and he had two scythes or something, or two short blades in his hands. I remember one episode there was some bounty hunter from space, and the prison ship crashed on Third Earth, and a bunch of prisoners escaped, high-level criminals, and she recruited the help of Lionel, and he helped her out. One of the villains was just on a unicycle. Maybe much of you younger people watching this don't know what I'm talking about, but I guess you're older people who grew up in the 80s, you know these episodes well. Of course, I mentioned the Excalibur episode. There was one, I think it was called, I don't know the exact title of the episode, but it was like a 5-part episode. It might have been called like The Test, or like The Test of the Journey or something, where Lion-O, without his Sword of Omen, had to pass a gauntlet of all his friends, and like with Chitara, for example, he had to race her, and Chitara, she runs super fast like the Flash, and he had to like outwit her to get to the finish line, and then he had to fight basically all his comrades, one-on-one, or in the case of Wild the Cat, it was something different. It was 2-on-1, right? But he had to do all of this without any help, and without the aid of his Sword of Omen. I don't think he could even use his claw. He had his Sword of Omen, and on the other hand, he had this kind of claw, this lion claw, and it had many different functions, that claw. He could shoot a gas out of it, and then one of each of the claws actually can come out like a grappling hook, and he can latch onto things, So it was a very cool weapon. I think it was reflective, and he would be able to use that against Mum-Ra, because whenever Mum-Ra would see his reflection, he would, you would be able to defeat him that way, right? Okay, so here's season 2, but I do remember the Berserker episode. This one is neat. Okay, so you start off like this. That is, he just busts through the emblem, Lion-O, This is so cool. Oh, I love these. I don't know if you're able to even get these anymore, or if you're able to get them with the lenticulars anymore. I don't know, but so I really like that. That's super cool. And what's great about it, like I said, is that it mixes, like fantasy sword and sorcery with sci-fi. There's really nothing like it. It mixes genres almost, and I guess it's similarly to He-Man and She-Ra, where it mixes the fantasy traditional sword and sorcery stuff like Excalibur or Conan, and Merlin and unicorns and stuff with technology, and that was one of the cool things about He-Man, as well as Thundercats, and the last one. The reason why I say I don't think I've seen them all is because I popped one of these on. It might have been in there, or maybe I watched it online or something. And Mum-Ra, it has this pet. It might have been starting with here. Oh, and this one also had the burbles. I remember the burbles. You don't see them in the back here, but the burbles are these little robotic bears, right? Like Care Bears, but they're robots. But this pet of Mum-Ra, I don't ever remember, seeing him. So I was watching the episode, and I just don't recognize these characters. There were more Thundercats. Oh, it won't. I turned off the auto. What is it? The autofocus, and that's okay. I'll just keep it at this distance. But there were characters and episodes I don't recall seeing. Like who are they? When did they come? Okay, look at when did they join? Oh, this is a cool one. So you have Lion-O, and then Mum-Ra claws his way through. Oh, I love that. That's very cool. And there's that claw thing I'm talking about, what Lion-O has. On the other hand, right? There was one, and I think his name was Pum-Ra, right? He was claiming to be good, and he wanted to join the Thundercats, but the twist was he was Jaga's enemy. And Jaga's theme was like, and then Mum-Ra, ancient spirits of evil, transform this decayed form to Mum-Ra, the living, or something like that, right? I feel like it was longer than that, his chant. And then there was Silverhawks, which was a spin-off of Thundercats, which took place in space. Silverhawks, partly metal, partly steel. Silverhawks. And Moonstar. It went something like Moonstar of evil. Give me the might, the menace of Moonstar. Something like that. That one I remember it, but that only had like one season, you know. And I still liked it, but I mean, not as much as Thundercats, of course. But that is it. So that's my little quick showcase and discussion on Thundercats. What's great about these, though, and of course I didn't see them all, like I said. And as I said, I don't think I got around to seeing season 2, or I don't know how these were split up, but maybe I've seen parts of, you know, like half of the season of season 2. But there came a point where, like, whenever Mumra got this dog pet, and some of these, there were some newer characters I don't remember, joining the cast. I don't ever remember seeing those. I don't know why that is. Maybe it was a point where I outgrew it or started watching other cartoons. I'm not sure. But there are special features in here where they feature people like Will Wheaton and some other fans discussing their love with Thundercats. So the special features are, well worth, delving into. Again, this is just super cool. Yeah. Anyways, if you like, if you like this video, please, hit the thumbs up and be sure to subscribe, to see more of this kind of stuff. I put out movie things every now and then, reviews and trailer reactions, but mostly I do Let's Plays. So, and if you'd like to comment below, if you have memories of Thundercats or, you liked it, please be sure to comment below. Okay, so that is it. I hope you all enjoyed, and happy holidays, everyone, and see you.